Today we are going to look at module 2 of our series in Microsoft Word. Before we do anything, let us start Microsoft Word. Click on the start button, type Word. It comes, you tap on it, then Microsoft Word opens. When it opens, first of all, I'm going to paste whatever we're going to be looking at in module 2. As you can see, our module 2, we are calling it basic typing skills. Type text in Microsoft Word. 1, we are going to be looking at moving cursor correctly, selecting, undo and redo, find and replace. Are we there? So these are some of the things we're going to talk about, and at the end of this class we need to be free with how we can do these things. Now let me begin with moving the cursor. What is moving the cursor? Moving the cursor, first of all, the cursor is this blinking thing that you're seeing here. That thing that is like an eye that is blinking, where my pointer is, that one is what we call the cursor. And whenever you move your mouse, you will see it moving. So there are a lot of ways we can move it correctly. One of the ways that we can move it is moving it between lines. What are lines? Lines, for example, you can see module 2, that is line 1, moving the cursor, line 2, there is a space in line 3, selecting text, line 4. So when you want to move the cursor between lines, 1, you can just use a mouse and tap on the line where you want the cursor to move. That is 1. Tap, it moves. Tap, it moves. Tap, it moves. Tap, it moves. That is one way. Tapping using the mouse. Tapping using the mouse. Mouse in the places where you want to position the cursor. You can also use the arrow keys, or you can use the enter keys. Using arrow keys, you can use arrow keys to move the cursor. How? When you tap on the down arrow key, the cursor moves down. When you tap on the right arrow key, the cursor moves to the right. When you tap on the left arrow key, the cursor moves to the left. Like you can see, when you tap down, it moves down. When you tap up, it moves up. And so many other things, as we are going to be seeing this. Number 3, using the enter key. When you tap on the enter key, the cursor moves down automatically, or it creates a new line automatically. And lastly, using the tab key. The tab key is a key on the keyboard that has arrows pointing on either sides. On some of the keyboard it has the word tab, and on other keyboards it doesn't have that word written on. So when you're looking for it as in your typing, you can actually find it on the left hand side of your keyboard, just above the caps lock key. So that's how you can move the cursor, using the mouse or the touchpad if it is a laptop, using the arrow keys, using the enter key and using the tab key. I've said using the mouse, you tap where you want the cursor to go and it goes there. In this one, you can even move over lines and so many other things. Number 2, arrow keys. Arrow keys, it goes one letter by letter and one word by one word. Actually, you can also have a combination of keys which can help you move the cursor. One, when you hold Control and tap on the arrow keys, it moves it moves past one word. What am I saying? When, for example, the cursor is at the beginning of the word mouse, then you hold Control plus the right arrow key, it goes and it jumps over all the letters in the word mouse and it goes at the end. When it is at in, and then you tap Control and then you tap on the right arrow keys, it jumps the word in and it goes at the end. Now when you use the end and the home keys, they also move the cursor. It actually takes the cursor at the beginning of the document and at the end of the document respectively. We also have using and the home keys. When you tap on home at the beginning of the sentence and at the end of the sentence. We also said Control plus we can say right arrow key let us say, let's just write it at once. Control plus arrow keys, any plus, let's say plus any of the arrow keys. This one moves the cursor past one word in the direction of the arrows. If it is up, Control, all together, it just goes up, but mostly it works sideways or horizontally. Hold Control, tap left arrow, it goes left, but jumping one word at a time, not one letter as it is by usual. Number 2, selecting text. Now when you look at selecting text, we have a number of ways that we can select text. But in selecting text, we look at two different things. One, we have single item, and 2, multiple items. So you can select a single item and you can select multiple items. When you're selecting a single item, like for example, you're selecting a single word, you can use the shift key. Single item, let's say single item, single word, multiple words, stroke lines. First of all, single item, single word, or single line. When you're selecting a single line, you can hover the mouse or put the mouse at the beginning or at the end of the word, then tap on the left arrow key and then move while holding the key down, or the left mouse button down in that mode, you can place the cursor at the beginning of the word that you want to select. Put together. When you put the cursor there, hold down the left mouse button. Hold down the left mouse button and then move your mouse on the mouse pad. Move your mouse on the mouse pad. This moves the cursor, and as the cursor is moving, it selects all the words that it goes over. Are we together? Are we there? You can place the cursor at the beginning of the word that you want to select. Number 2, hold down the left mouse button and move your mouse on the mouse pad. Multiple lines. When you're moving the cursor multiple lines, you can use the same procedure, but you keep holding the cursor. Are we there? The same procedure can work for multiple lines. Actually, before, let me also give you a shortcut here. You can hold down Shift key, then plus arrow key in a desired direction. Yes. Then here, hold down Shift key plus arrow key in the desired direction. So that is how we select text. We can actually talk about cut, copy, and paste. When you're typing, these are some of the basic things that are very important that you need to know before you start typing. And when you know them, typing becomes a little bit easier. Now, cut is the same as moving text. Cut. This one can mean moving text. For example, when I don't want this text to be here, I want it to be in another place, I can cut it and it disappears from where it is, then it goes to another place. There are a lot of ways we can cut text. For example, I can say I select the text. Oh, let me do this. Select text. Right mouse click. Choose. Before, let me right mouse click on the selected text. Choose cut from the menu displayed. So the moment you choose cut, the selected text disappears and it goes to the clipboard. Right. Then copy. What is to copy? Copy means duplicating text. Duplicating text. The same procedure we use for cutting is the same procedure that we use for copy. But instead of choosing cut, we use copy. So what do? Select text that you want to cut, right mouse click on the selected text, and then choose copy from the menu displayed. But this time around, when you choose copy, the text does not disappear from where it was before. Yes, it remains there, but a duplicate goes to the clipboard. Lastly, we have paste. We have paste. We have paste. Now, what is to paste? Paste is to place text in the destination. Place text in the destination. So when you want to place text in the destination, that act is called paste. How do you paste? Right mouse click in the destination, or you can say in the place where you want your text to be placed, and choose paste from the drop down from the menu. Now paste has a lot of things that you can actually work with. For example, when I select text like this, I have selected, and then I right click, you definitely see there is cut, copy, paste, and paste options. But when you reach on paste, it has a number of options. One, keep source formatting, merge formatting, picture, keep text only. So those 4 options are very important depending on whatever you want to do. The first option, to keep source formatting, it means it is going to paste the text as it appears in the first place, as it appears where you're getting it from. Merge formatting, it is joining or combining the formatting of the text where it is coming from and where you are placing it. Picture, you copy it, but in the place where you're putting it, it comes as a picture. And lastly, keep text only, it acquires the formatting in the destination when you're keeping text only, or it comes without any formatting. Now, what are the shortcuts? Before we actually can leave this, we can talk about the shortcuts for these 3 actions that we've talked about. When you press Ctrl plus C, that is copy. When you press Ctrl plus V, that is paste. And then when you press Ctrl plus X, that is what we call cut. Those are the shortcut keys we can use for this. Undo and redo. What is undo and redo? Undo moves 1 step backwards. For example, if there is something that you've done and you don't like it, go to the quick access toolbar and you tap on this icon for undo, and when you tap on it, it takes you back 1 step. Like you've seen, it takes you back 1 step. When you've done something that you don't want, tap on undo and it takes you 1 step backwards. The shortcut for undo is Ctrl Z. You can actually tap on Ctrl Z and it gives you the action. Then we also have redo. Redo moves 1 step again forward. When you move 1 step backwards and you find yourself that you needed to move forward, or you didn't need to do that step, you can actually go to the redo button and then you bring it back. For example, you can delete a word and you find yourself that you needed that word or you needed that item. Just press on the redo button and then it comes back. The shortcut for redo is Ctrl plus Y. Yes. Now here we have undo, that is Ctrl plus Z, that is the shortcut, and here we have Ctrl plus Y. Note this, these like these options or these how can we call them, these functions or icons that are in the ribbon, most of them, if not all, when you move a mouse over them and you point at them, it tells you what the button does, and then it gives you even a shortcut key. Like for example, you can see when I point here, it tells me that undo typing and puts in bracket Ctrl plus Z. And when you tap or point here, it's a repeat typing, in brackets Control plus Y. In other words, it gives me a shortcut of how I can do this. Then you have the find and replace. First of all, find alone, it looks for text in a document. Yes, and the shortcut is Control plus F. When you want to look for some text in the document, you can use the Control F and you look for it. For example, you have a very big document and you want to look for, like, let's say, which one? Let's say CASA. Press Ctrl plus F. It launches this dialog box, and in this dialog box, type the word that you're looking for, and it will actually look for that word. You see, it highlights the occurrences of that word that you're searching for, and you can easily find it. That is the find. Then replace it substitutes text with other text. That is to replace. It substitutes text with other text. For example, you can say, I want to replace a word click with the word tap in a document. You can actually use a shortcut called Control H. Control plus H. This one launches the find and replace dialog box, and this dialog box will help you find what you're looking for and then put what you want to replace in the word that you looked for. Or you can come on the ribbon under the home tab and tap on the replace icon. When you tap on the replace icon, it also launches the find and replace dialog box, or Control plus H launches the same box. You say, now I'm looking for the word click. I want to replace it with the word tap. After putting find what and replace with what, you tap on replace all. Then you tap on replace all. It replaces all the occurrences of that word click with the word tap. Yes. That is all what we had for today. Basic typing skills. In short, what we had: one, we looked at moving the cursor correctly the moment you learn that, selecting text, copy, cut and paste, undo and redo, find and replace. After learning this, you'll definitely be good to go. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more tutorials. See you next time.